Emma, can I talk to you for a minute?
Hi, Sarah. I have plans later, but I can spare a little time.
Plans? I thought you were just a housewife. What kind of plans could you possibly have? Do you actually have anything important to do? I mean, it's not like you work or anything. You just stay at home all day, right? Must be nice having so much free time.
I manage the household and have my own schedule to keep.
Is it cleaning? Laundry? Those aren't real plans, you know. You can do those anytime, and it's not like you have real work deadlines or anything. Those aren't exactly pressing matters. You could reschedule your chores. It's not like anyone's waiting on you. Real work has actual consequences if you miss deadlines.
Even housewives have schedules. I promised to visit my grandmother this afternoon.
What? That's what you're busy with? You could visit her another time. How cute that you consider that a plan. Old people are home all day anyway. They have nothing but time. You can visit her anytime. I mean, it's not like you have business meetings or client calls like I do. Those are real commitments. Those are actually important matters.
Family commitments are just as important.
You don't understand the pressure of running a business. Every minute counts in my world. Sure, if you say so, but real work pays the bills. You've never had to worry about that, have you? Just living off my brother's salary. Must be nice having someone else handle the finances, while some of us actually have to work.
So anyway, what's up? What did you want to talk about?
Well, I actually bought a new refrigerator since my old one was only a year old. I decided to send it to a friend. I even covered the shipping cost for her. You should see it, it's amazing. Costs more than your monthly budget, probably. More than you spend in groceries for sure. I bet you've never even seen one this nice.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Isn't it? Not everyone can afford to buy new appliances whenever they want. I'm so blessed to be successful. Some people struggle just to make ends meet. Like you and my brother, right? Living paycheck to paycheck. Must be hard on such a basic salary, right? Not everyone can afford to replace appliances so often. My old fridge was perfectly fine too. But when you have the money, you can upgrade whenever you want. That's what success looks like. Something you wouldn't understand. Anyway, since she's married to a guy with a low salary and has lots of kids, I just thought I'd help out. Just like how your husband struggles with his salary. I know what it's like to want nice things. They really should be grateful for my generosity. Don't you think it's amazing when successful people help others? Like how I always offer you my hand-me-downs. You should be grateful too. Not everyone has such a generous sister-in-law.
I'm always thankful for that, and I'm sure your friend must have been happy about it.
No! That's the thing. She actually got angry. She just contacted me saying she wants to cut ties. Can you believe it? She got a perfectly good refrigerator for free, and she's complaining. I was just trying to help. Some people have no appreciation for kindness. After all I did for her, the shipping wasn't cheap either. I even paid premium shipping, express delivery, and everything. Do you know how much that cost? More than you probably spend in a month. The nerve of some people.
Wait, did you send it without warning her in advance?
Why would I need to warn her about a gift? Gifts are supposed to be a surprise. She mentioned wanting a new fridge before. I thought it'd be a nice surprise. Besides, who wouldn't want an upgrade? Poor people should be happy with whatever they get. It's a top brand, way better than what they could afford. They should be thanking me. Do you know how many people would love this opportunity? I'm doing them a favor.
That actually might be a bit problematic. She probably has food in her current fridge, and your model is quite large, isn't it? Not typical household size.
Size doesn't matter when it's expensive. My kitchen can fit it perfectly, and it's a premium brand. Don't poor people want nice things? They should appreciate luxury items. I thought they'd be excited to have something expensive for once, something they could never afford on their own.
Fridges need to fit the house layout. You really should have asked first.
Now you're criticizing my generosity too? I thought you would understand. So I'm the bad guy? I was just trying to help someone who seemed to be struggling. Maybe I should have given it to you instead. You'd be grateful for anything, wouldn't you? You know what it's like to live on a budget. Unlike some people, you know your place. At least you know how to appreciate generosity. You never complain about my hand-me-downs because you understand your situation. You know beggars can't be choosers. And that's why I like you. You're properly grateful.
Not anything, but I appreciate useful gifts. though I'd probably have to sell a fridge that didn't fit and buy a new one.
Selling a gift? How ungrateful. But of course you would. That poverty mindset really stuck with you. Just what I'd expect from someone who married my low-income brother. He could have done better in his career, but he settled for mediocrity. I mean, you could have married better, you know. Someone more successful. Someone with actual ambition. It's not someone content with a basic salary. Don't you ever wish you had more?
Sarah, I've told you before, please don't talk about my husband that way. He works hard to provide for me.
Hard work doesn't equal success. Look at me, I work smart, but he earns less than I do. That's just embarrassing for a man. Shouldn't you want better for yourself? Don't you have any ambition? Any dreams beyond being a housewife? Or are you content with being ordinary, living such a basic life?
Even if that's true, there's a proper way to speak about people. Even if you think these things, you shouldn't say them out loud. Maybe you said something insensitive to your friend with the refrigerator, too.
There's nothing wrong with honesty. Success speaks for itself. I'm just stating facts. If they don't like it, they should work harder. I worked hard to get where I am. Everyone else should start a business and make money too. They just need to put in the effort. Stop making excuses for mediocrity. It's not my fault they're not ambitious enough. Some people just don't have what it takes. Some people are just meant to be more successful than others. Like me versus my brother. I made something of myself, while he's content being average.
I think your hard work is admirable, but there's no need to point these things out.
Oh, come on. Not you too. Now you're getting sensitive. I'm just trying to motivate people. Don't make it sound like I'm the bad guy. Just listen to me like you usually do. Then I'll take you to nice restaurants and get you something nice for your birthday. I know you can't afford nice places. Let me treat you. You could use some new clothes anyway. Your wardrobe is so basic, like a typical housewife. Don't you want to look successful? I could help you upgrade your image. Make you look less common.
I don't listen to you for gifts. I don't need presents.
No, don't be shy. Everyone needs nice things. You have a wealthy family member now, so take advantage. Oh, sorry, I need to go. I have tea with an influencer. They're very busy, so I need to make a taxi right away. Much more important than your plans. They're actually somebody. They have millions of followers. Much more important than visiting elderly relatives. This could be huge for my business. This is what real networking looks like, not your little family visits.
All right, then. I need to head to my grandmother's anyway. Have a good time.
Such simple plans. Must be nice to have so much free time. Yes, and next time I have something to throw away, I'll let you know. You can properly recycle it and add it a little to your household budget. Every little bit helps, right? When you're on a budget. That's what family is for, right? Helping the less fortunate. Maybe I'll have some designer items to pass down too. Gently used, of course. Secondhand, but still better than what you usually wear. Better than anything you could afford. You should be grateful I think of you. So you're actually a CEO's daughter? This whole time? Why didn't you tell me before? Answer me. How could you keep this a secret? Do you know what this means? All this time I've been... Answer me!
So, I guess you heard from your parents?
Yes, and it's a huge corporation too. Why did you hide it? Do you know how much I could have done with those connections? All those business opportunities? All those networking events? Were you laughing at my small business this whole time? At my boutique? At my success? Was it all just amusing to you? Answer me.
I actually cut ties with my family. It was a very traditional household, and they wanted to arrange my marriage. But I wanted to marry your brother. It's not very respectable, but you could say we eloped.
You gave up all that money for my brother? Are you crazy? So that's why you only had a photo shoot instead of a wedding ceremony? You could have had a grand wedding at a 5-star hotel, with celebrity guests, with media coverage. Think of the connections, all those business opportunities, the social status, the luxury.
Neither of us wanted a big ceremony anyway.
You really threw it all away for a simple life? But I heard they contacted us because your grandmother collapsed. Is that the same grandmother you visit? The one you chose over meeting my influencer friend? Your last connection to wealth? Your bridge back to luxury? Is that why you visit her so often, keeping that connection alive?
She was the only one who blessed our marriage. She was the only one I stayed in touch with. When she collapsed, my parents and siblings didn't have my contact information, so they reached out to your family. My grandmother asked them to contact me.
The only one who still accepts you. Your last chance at inheritance? Is that why you're so devoted, playing the dutiful granddaughter? I see. But wow, to think you were a CEO's daughter. You must have been looking down on me while pretending to be a normal housewife. All this time acting humble, playing poor. All those times I offered you hand-me-downs must have been so amusing. You must have been laughing behind my back at my small success, at my boutique, at my lifestyle.
What? No, why would you think that?
Because that's what rich people do. They look down on the nouveau riche. Isn't that normal? You must have had an even better life than I have now. You've probably been secretly laughing at me for being nouveau riche since day one. I bet you think my boutique is nothing compared to your family's corporation. My success must seem so small to you.
I've never thought that. I think what you've achieved with your business is impressive.
Don't patronize me. I know how your type thinks. You weren't really struggling financially, were you? Your mother was the company chairperson, right? Since she doted on you, she must have been supporting you even after marriage. There must be a secret trust fund, hidden assets, offshore accounts, a private inheritance. No one walks away from that much money empty-handed.
No, that's not true. We occasionally had dinner together, but she never gave me financial support.
Seriously, you can't be kidding. There must be something. I doubt that. There's no way a CEO's daughter could be satisfied living with my brother. You must have something to benefit from this. Something you're not telling us?
That's prejudiced. I work at a completely different company from my family. I'm just a regular employee.
But you grew up rich. Still, you must have lived a luxurious life. Going abroad, staying at fancy hotels since childhood, right? Private jets, yacht parties, luxury vacations, private schools, elite social circles, all the privileges.
Well, we did have family trips like that.
So you do admit it. You did have everything. I feel like such an idiot for being nice to you all this time. My brother really married up, didn't he? He hit the jackpot without even knowing it. The ultimate gold mine. How much does he know about your background? About your family's wealth? About your connections? About your true status?
Like I said, we support ourselves, so there aren't any special benefits.
Stop pretending. Drop the act. Yeah, you can stop acting like a commoner now. From now on, I'll treat you like we're on the same level. No more pretending to be poor. No more humble housewife act. We can talk about our real lifestyle now. About luxury brands, about high society, about our true social circle.
What do you mean by same level?
Living standards, of course. I won't be giving you any handouts anymore. You don't need them being a CEO's daughter and all. Now I understand why you never seemed grateful. It all makes sense now. You probably thought my gifts were cheap, laughing at my generosity, mocking my boutique, scorning my success.
I just want to be treated normally as family.
There's that superior attitude. That kind of composure really shows your upbringing. Maybe you should look at your own behavior before criticizing how I speak. Your whole modest act is pretty condescending. At least I'm honest about my success. I earned everything I have. You've been deceiving everyone this whole time with your fake humble act, pretending to be ordinary, living like a commoner.
Sarah, what was the meaning of those flowers? That was incredibly inappropriate. You disrupted the entire service. How could you do this at a funeral? Everyone was shocked. My grandmother deserved better.
Congratulations on grandmother's funeral. Did you see the celebratory wreath? Wasn't it cute? The pink roses really brightened things up. The balloons really brightened up the atmosphere. I added extra glitter. I thought it needed some color. Black is so dreary. Funerals should be more festive. Everyone loved it. It made such a statement. So much more eye-catching than regular funeral flowers.
What's there to celebrate? Adding balloons and decorations is absolutely insane. This was a funeral service. You disrupted a solemn occasion. You showed no respect. This was unforgivable.
Well, now that the only relative you kept in touch with is gone, you're finally a real commoner. Now you're truly ordinary. I thought you'd be happy since you love pretending to be a regular person. No more rich connections. Back to being completely ordinary. No more fancy grandmother to visit. No more excuses for your schedule. Now you can be completely common, just like you wanted. Isn't that worth celebrating? You got your wish. Total independence. Complete separation from wealth, just like you always wanted.
That's absolutely despicable. I won't forgive you for this. You'll regret it. You've gone too far this time and you've crossed a line. This was cruel.
Oh, getting angry now? Finally showing your true colors? Wow, I didn't know you could speak so harshly. Were you a troublemaker back in the day? Is this your real personality? Finally showing some emotion? Is that how CEOs' daughters talk? Finally dropping the humble act? Not so perfect after all. Where's your fine upbringing now?
Anyone would be angry if they received such an inappropriate wreath at an important person's funeral.
But it was expensive. Premium flowers only. That was really expensive, you know, nearly $1,000. The balloons were imported, special order ribbons. I even paid extra for rush delivery. Custom arrangements, designer florals, top tier everything. Nothing but the best.
Why would you spend money just to harass me?
Harassment? How could you think that? I'm offended. I was being festive. I was trying to make it special. Not everyone gets custom arrangements. Most people would appreciate such an expensive gesture. You should be grateful. Do you know how much planning this took? How much effort I put in?
I think you're the awful one here. You've been harassing me for months, suddenly calling me to restaurants and making me pay, mocking my appearance at the family gathering. Maybe my elopement can't be hidden, but it wasn't pleasant having you spread it around as gossip. You've been telling everyone about my family, making up stories about my past, spreading rumors about my family's wealth.
I was sharing interesting news. People deserve to know. It's just the truth, and if your appearance is bad, that's your fault for not taking care of yourself. Always wearing your hair in a ponytail, wearing cheap clothes, you look poor. I was just trying to give you some advice. Rich people should look rich. Your appearance reflects your status. Don't you have any pride? You should dress your status. Show your true worth. Represent your class. Look the part.
But that didn't feel like advice at all.
You need honest feedback. Someone has to tell you. Then maybe you should put more effort into your appearance. Go to the salon monthly, get your nails done. At your age, you should care more about how you dress. Oh, and you should take care of those age spots on your skin too. I know a great plastic surgeon. They do wonders. And my personal shopper could help you. Your style needs work. You really need a complete makeover from head to toe. Everything needs updating. A total transformation. Make you look like who you really are. Show your true background.
Thanks for the advice. But Sarah, don't you have more important things to worry about than appearances? Is your company really okay?
It's doing fine. You can tell by my lifestyle, can't you? My company is perfect. Business is booming. My boutique is more successful than ever. Sales are through the roof. The influencers love our products. We're expanding rapidly. Breaking sales records. Everyone wants our items. Business has never been better.
I hadn't paid much attention before, but aren't you doing some really dangerous things?
What are you implying? How dare you? What's dangerous about my boutique? We sell luxury items, top brands only. How dare you question my business?
You really don't have any sense of danger, do you?
Stop trying to intimidate me. You're just jealous. Look, don't be jealous because I'm successful. You should be more worried about your own life now that your grandmother's gone. Your brother's salary can't give you a satisfying lifestyle. It's hard to lower your standard of living once you're used to luxury. And try not to get divorced because you can't handle being poor. Maybe you should crawl back to your parents. Beg for forgiveness. At least they could maintain your standard of living. My brother clearly can't provide what you're used to. You'll never be satisfied. You'll regret choosing him. The money will run out. Reality will hit you. You'll miss the luxury. You'll want your old life back. Emma, I need to ask you something. It's urgent. Please respond ASAP. I'm begging you. This is important. Please answer me.
Sarah, what is it?
I got a letter from the building owner saying we have to vacate our store. The owner's name matches yours. Is this just a coincidence? This must be some mistake. Tell me this isn't you. You wouldn't do this to family. There must be some explanation. This can't be happening.
No, I actually am the owner of the building.
What do you mean? You're just a housewife. This is impossible. Since when do you own property? This must be some kind of joke. You can't be serious. When did this happen? How is this possible?
When my grandmother passed away, she left me her real estate company, so technically I'm not just a housewife anymore.
You can't do this to me. My business is thriving. What is this? Are you still holding a grudge about the funeral? I just got engaged. You can't just tell me to leave. That's horrible. This is about the wreath, isn't it? You're being petty. You can't be serious. I can't believe you'd ruin my business over this. Think about my future. Think about my engagement, everything I've built, all my hard work.
Your company is what's horrible. Remember when I asked if your company was okay? I had my suspicions then. Those weren't idle questions. I had reasons for asking. I did my research.
There's nothing wrong with my company. We're very successful. My company is profitable. We have celebrity endorsements. Everyone loves our products. Our sales are higher than ever. We have influencer partnerships, top reviews everywhere, best sales in the district.
I wasn't talking about profits. I investigated your company and heard rumors that you were selling counterfeit brands.
What? That's ridiculous. You're just making things up. You're evicting a tenant based on rumors? Some company you're running making decisions based on personal feelings and rumors. This is illegal discrimination. I'll sue you for this. You can't do this. This is harassment. I'll take legal action and you'll regret this.
I actually bought some items and had them authenticated.
You what? You've been spying on my business? How dare you? This is a violation. You had no right. This is personal sabotage. You're trying to destroy me.
Not just one, I bought several items and had them properly examined.
Those tests aren't reliable. You can't trust those online authentication services. Maybe the authenticator was inexperienced. They make mistakes all the time. Those services are biased. They're not official. They don't know what they're talking about. Anyone can claim to be an authenticator. You'll need proper certification.
They were employees from the brands being counterfeited.
What? I don't know anything about that. Our company only deals with authentic items. If there were any issues, it must be the middleman's fault. You don't understand retail. We're a legitimate business. We have proper paperwork. Our suppliers assured us everything was authentic. We have all the documentation. Everything is above board. All our items are genuine. Our suppliers are trustworthy.
Middleman? So there is someone?
Well, we have various business partners. I mean, everyone uses suppliers. That's normal in retail. All boutiques have suppliers. It's standard practice. Everyone does it this way. Nothing unusual about it.
The police can easily investigate all of that.
What? The police? You wouldn't dare. Why will the police be involved? How could you do this to me? This will ruin everything. My reputation, my engagement, my future. You can't do this.
Selling counterfeit goods is a crime, didn't you know?
Wait, please, let's talk about this. I never intended to sell counterfeits. Listen, stop investigating this. Like I said, just got engaged. I'll apologize for the funeral thing. Just stop this harassment. I'll do anything. Just call off the investigation. Name your price. What do you want from me? I'll make it right. Please don't do this. Think about family. Think about my future.
What are you talking about? This isn't about harassment. As a property owner, I don't want to rent to suspicious businesses. Consider it my engagement present, though you seem to be taking it the wrong way.
This isn't a present. This is revenge. How is an eviction notice an engagement present? You're trying to ruin my life. Right when I finally found happiness. Just when things were perfect, you're destroying everything. This is cruel. You're being spiteful.
It's my way of warning you as family. Besides, I could just contact the police.
No, please, wait. We can work this out. No, not the police, please. I can't handle that. My fiancé's family is very traditional. They'd never understand. This would destroy everything. My future in-laws would disown me. The wedding would be called off. My life would be over. Please, I'm begging you.
So you did know what you were doing.
I'm sorry. I apologize. When I heard you were a CEO's daughter, I got jealous. I know I acted childishly. I wasn't thinking straight. Please give me another chance. I'll change my ways. I'll do everything properly. Just don't report me.
You knew you were wrong but never apologized until now? I could overlook the various harassments, but what you did at my grandmother's funeral, the only person who accepted me, was absolutely unforgivable. That was truly despicable.
I knew I went too far. It felt unfair that you seemed to have everything. If I were a CEO's daughter, I wouldn't have had to work, and I'd have lived a life of luxury. But you easily threw away that status to marry my ordinary brother. It made me so resentful. I never imagined you came from such a wealthy family. I worked so hard to build my status. Nothing was handed to me, while you had it handed to you. You had everything and you threw it away for a simple life. It made no sense. I couldn't understand it.
You looked down on me, too.
I didn't mean to. I was just frustrated. That wasn't my intention. I was just jealous. I wanted what you had. Please understand.
Yes, it was. Actually, you looked down on everyone. That's why your friend cut ties with you.
Please, I can change. I'll make amends. Emma, I'm sorry. I was wrong. Please, just don't contact the police. I'll vacate the property. Just please don't report me. I'll do anything you want. Just name it. What do you want from me? I'll give you anything. Just don't destroy my future.
It's too late now that I know about the crime.
No, please, we can fix this. There must be a way. Emma, we're family. Do you really want a criminal in the family? Think about your brother and our parents, and how would it affect everyone? The shame it would bring, the disgrace to the family.
Ignoring criminal activity would be worse. Besides, I have no intention of staying close with you anymore.
Don't say that. We can work this out. Please forgive me. I won't act disrespectfully anymore, please. If my company fails, my engagement might be called off. I can't bear becoming penniless now. I worked so hard to get here, I can't lose everything. I'll become a better person. I'll never mention your family again. I'll respect your choices. Just give me one more chance. I'll close the business myself. I'll start fresh. I'll do it properly this time. Please, just don't report me. Think about my future.
Then you need to properly atone for your crimes. Work hard at an honest job from now on. You're losing everything because you lived by deceiving and looking down on people instead of worrying about my lifestyle. You should have examined your own. After that, my sister-in-law was arrested and her company was shut down. Since she had conducted her business quite flashily using influencers, there were many victims who had been deceived into buying counterfeits. The incident caused quite a scandal on social media. Her arrest led to her engagement being called off, and her fiancé left her. I hear she's being sued for damages by the victims of the counterfeit goods, so her assets aren't just at zero, they're in the negative. Though her prison sentence will be short, she truly lost everything in the end. Meanwhile, I continue to run the real estate company I inherited from my grandmother while living my usual life with my husband. While this inheritance was truly an unexpected windfall for someone who had no assets, I'm happy as long as I have enough money to live comfortably with my husband. There are plenty of ways to spend money, designer brands, luxury hotels, but I believe the most valuable things are the people you love. I want to continue protecting my own version of happiness while keeping this in mind.